Everyone, this is Majbeen Balaj from Pakistan, and you are watching my YouTube channel Insani Ittihad, which aims to invoke a little bit of humanity in all of us through awareness and understanding. So I would like to share this very short clip. It's from Temple Mount, and there is this young guy who is standing on top of one of those pillars in front of the Dome of the Rock, and he is standing on top of it waving the Palestinian flag. And the rest of the crowd, the Palestinian Arab Muslim crowd, is chanting him and taking selfies or pictures of him, and or showing all that all that scenario. So what I like to what I wondered looking at these images is that what if in 1967 one of the Israeli soldiers sat on the top of these arches in front of Dome of the Rock, the Temple Mount, and waved an Israeli flag. Or now if any religious secular would sit on top of the that structure, those pillars in front of Dome of the Rock, and waved an Israeli flag, how would the Palestinian or the rest of the world reacted to that sort of scenario? And I just wondered, and it is Eid day today, and we are celebrating Eid here in Pakistan, and it's just, it breaks my heart that these Palestinians and the Arab world and the Muslim world by and large cries about occupation, and this image, this video is the symbol of occupation for me. And it's not the Israelis who have occupied the Holy Land, it's rather the Palestinian Arabs who have occupied this Holy Land, and more so these holy places belonging to the Jewish people, and they desecrated in any way, in any form they possibly can. And this was also symbolically disrespecting and desecrating the place of worship of the Jewish people. They didn't do it on the dome or at the top roof of Al-Aqsa Mosque. They deliberately did it in front of the Dome of the Rock, which is according to the religious Jewish people is the holy of the holy places, and that's the place. And they did it in front of that place, in front of the Dome of the Rock, those arches. They didn't do it in front of Al-Aqsa. So deliberately hurting, trying to provoke and hurt the Jewish people, and desecrating other people's holy places and their so we need to see, when we sympathize and we give our sympathy vote to these Palestinians, we don't realize that they are the real occupiers, and they are the real desecrators and disrespective, and they are the people who when we say that Israeli army is evil, Israeli religious settlers are evil and they are provoking, is this not provocation? It provoked me definitely, and I'm not even a convert, I am an aspirant convert, and it hurted my feeling, my religious sentiments. And kudos to all those religious Zionist people, religious Israelis who tolerate such a behavior. This kind of behavior is not even shown in 1967, when emotionally the patriotism, the religious identity was at height. It was the Israeli army, the IDF, who captured the heart of Judaism, Jerusalem. And even then they were crying in front of the Kotel. They were, with the amount of respect and humility IDF soldiers and Israeli representatives, and generally the Jewish people showed in 1967 after the recapturing and taking Jerusalem under Israeli rule. They were so humble, they were so full of humility and respect, and they were cleaning they were climbing into the hotel, the wall, the Wailing Wall, and they were crying and they were happy. They didn't show such a reckless sort of a behavior, sitting on top of that thing and waving a Palestinian flag. I mean, this is ridiculous and disgusting. That's the word. It is disgusting, their attitude. And when those people are taking selfies and taking pictures, just imagine IDF soldier waving a Israeli flag right at that spot. If that is offensive to the Muslims, an Israeli religious Jewish person or an IDF personnel waving an Israeli flag on the same, those arches or those structures, it should be also offensive to the Palestinian, a Muslim guy desecrating the same holy place. But it's not. They're happy, they're taking selfies, So this hypocrisy doesn't work for me. So I would not wish them happy, but I would definitely wish the rest of the Muslim world, whoever is celebrating happy. I'm definitely not celebrating Eid today, but yeah, my sister wanted to put on this henna and stuff, and have a festive meal. So yeah, I ate a festive meal just for the sake of it, and had henna done with my younger sister for her happiness and her, everything. So I participated in my brother, my siblings, happiness. But whoever is celebrating, wherever there are Muslims who are celebrating the first day or the second day of Eid al-Fitr, have a joyous one. Except the Palestinian, I think they should have a very shameful and a thought-provoking Eid where they realize, are the Israelis really the occupiers and evil person, or is really the evil oppressors or colonials, or are these Palestinians who are the true occupiers and imperialists and disgusting people and evil people who just steal people's holiness and their holy places. So yeah, have a thought-provoking and a little bit of a shameful Eid. And 2 months from now, you'll be commemorating Abraham's sacrifice of his son. According to the Jewish theology, it is Isaac, and according to the Muslim theory, it was Ishmael. But they never got offended that why do you celebrate Eid al-Adha, commemorating our forefather, our prophet? And this is their heart, and look at your heart. Thank you very much.